Hey everyone, it's Dave. Fall has come. That means it's time to start thinking about putting Thunder, my 1990 Miata, away for the winter. So today I'm just going to give a few tips and tricks on what I do to prepare my car for storage. You're watching Dave's Auto DIY. So the first thing you're going to want to do is fill it with gas. You don't want your gas tank to be only half full and have opportunity for condensation to form over the winter. So fill it right up, come home, and then add a fuel stabilizer. It's a 45-liter tank, and so this says I'm going to need 150 milliliters of this product. Next, you're going to want to give it a really good cleaning to make sure there's nothing left on the paint before you put it away for storage. And then when I'm done washing it, I like to take it for a drive to air dry it rather than hand dry it and make sure the brakes are nice and dry. And then give it a quick vacuum because no one likes to get into a dirty car in the spring. Then you're going to want to put a trickle charger on your battery to make sure it'll start up in the spring. So I'll go ahead and do that. And just leave this plugged in all winter. Just check they got the right polarity, and I do. And while you're back here, another thing I like to do is I buy some very smelly dryer sheets. And I've heard that this helps deter mice. So I buy a cheap box of dryer sheets from the dollar store, and I throw a few in the trunk. And hopefully this will deter the mice from getting in here and making a nest. Scatter a whole bunch around inside the car too, on the floor, behind the seats. Put some in the engine bay. Just remember to remove all these before you start the engine in the spring. Maybe some on top of the tires. The more the merrier. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it was a very inexpensive step. Well, what about the tires? I know a lot of people like to put their Miatas up on Jackstands for the winter for fear of their tires flat spotting when sitting in one place. I don't find that to be a big problem. Plus, I'm going to be working on my car a few times through the winter, so I need it to stay on the wheel so I can roll it around. But if you're really particular, go ahead and put it on Jackstands. I find the small amount of flat spotting I get, it bangs itself out after a few kilometers of driving in the spring, and you don't notice it anymore. So in my opinion, it's really not worth putting it on Jackstands. If you have a cover, you put a cover on it. I have a cover, but again, I'm going to be working on it through the winter, so I'm going to leave the cover off. The other thing you do want to do is make sure you give your insurance company a call. Tell them you've taken it off the road so you can take off the liability and collision insurance and save yourself a few bucks. Just remember to give them a call again before you put it back on the road in the spring. And that's about it. That's all it takes to winterize your Miata. I hope you learned something. I hope you hit subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on Dave's Auto DIY.